Writing can be a lonely occupation, but at the same time it can be extremely rewarding. Many people have a dream to become a writer, but for some reason they never quite manage to finish their story or even start one. For me, writing has been something I've been doing for many years, but up until this year, when everything turned upside down, I found the courage to share my work. I never imagined being able to share my stories with anyone except me. It was just something I did when the children went off to school for the day and I had a whole 8 week hours to fill in. And so I'd find a pen and some writing paper and lose myself in another world of people who I didn't know at the start, but who would, as the pages filled, became my friends. In those early days, my stories were simple and uncomplicated until I decided to return to school as a mature age student. Then I discovered a whole new way of thinking. So when I look at what I wrote in those far off days, I tend to cringe at the language and the way the story evolved. Even the characters lacked fulfillment. This novel, Out of the Ashes, was created back in those days when I wrote everything longhand and numbered each page so my children wouldn't steal any of the blank pages on the writing pad. Originally, it wasn't called Out of the Ashes, and during the intervening years, the storyline changed a great deal. The beginning was similar to how it is today, but the story within has altered significantly, and I must say, for the better. The characters developed and showed more interesting, if complex, view on life, which can happen once we see things in a more improved form. In the original piece, there was a totally different ending. But as I rewrote the story, I began to understand that for most of us, life isn't a fairy tale which ends with everybody getting what they want and living happily ever after. In fact, life quite often presents us with many twists and turns for us to sort out, and whether or not we choose the right road to take, we can only hope our choice works for us in the best possible way. I hope when readers pick up this book and read it, that they too can understand how life can be transformed by what happens in their lives, whether it was a happy event or a tragic one, and yet it still find a way to move on and live their lives to the very best that is imaginable at the time. I'm Lorraine Liston, and I hope you enjoy reading my book.